In today's video, guys, we're going to be reviewing Tower of Fantasy. It's an open world MMORPG style game. I'm going to be telling you if it's worth buying. It does have a lot of customization for your character. There's different outfits you get from different ways, either buying them, doing side quests, main missions, 100% exploring areas, different stuff like that. You also have a lot of eyewear, headwear. You can do scars, different color, dye your gear. There's a lot of options that go into the customization. They gave you a lot of options to use, which is pretty nice. Most games give you a limited amount of customization. This game went full-heartedly, 100% with it. And you also get a lot of headwear you can start off with default as too as well. A lot of stuff is unlocked for you. And you'll unlock more stuff as you progress the game. As you're exploring around the open world, keep an eye open for different things. You might see side quests pop up. You might see different type of chests you can open up that give you different types of rewards and items. There's also going to be mini bosses to actual secret bosses. The only way you're going to find is if you searching around. There's also weekly, daily, and monthly challenges you can do just around the open worlds too as well. Open up so many chests, kill this type of enemy, get this type of stuff. There's a lot of different things to do, and that's going to keep you busy to help you level up, especially to the cap, which is definitely a big help. Play part of this game, that's kind of hard to say because when you unlock SSR weapons, it switches up the gameplay. Because each weapon has its own type of ability and attack, and it does a different type of damage. They also can do different elemental damages as well. Like my revolver, for instance, does gravity damage. My dually swords do thunder and electrical damage. And then my main katana sword does fire damage. And quick-paced fire damage. So each SSR weapon has a different elemental ability, and they're very, very overpowered. They're definitely worth getting because they're pretty much like the end game type of weapon you want to get your hands on. Think of D2 raids when you get those god tier weapons, or Warframe. Think of those type of games. This is those type of weapons you want to get from doing the hardest activities in the game, or doing different missions to unlock these hard tier god style weapons, because they're definitely worth getting. As you're wandering around the open world, you're going to come across these things called space rifts. That's how you unlock faster on this game. You go on the map. This game also does have side content, such as daily bounties, which I'm sure you guys know what that is. They have ruins, which are dungeons that you clear a bunch of enemies, fight a boss, and you open up a chest, and that's it. You have Mia's Kitchen. When you eat her food there, it gives you a buff, so it increases your chances of survivability against certain enemies. Then you have World Exploration, as the name stands. You pretty much explore the world, pretty much. Joint Operation is an adventure mode in Tower of Fantasy. In Joint Operation, players fight through a series of enemies and bosses to unlock the boss chest. Dimensional Trials is the shortest dungeon in the game that rewards you with weapons or matrix upgrades. Materials you will only encounter weak mobs and a few elite enemies inside, making it one of the easiest dungeons as well. Interstellar Exploration is a dungeon consisting of 3 waves of enemies. You must defeat them and get their reward. You can play it by finding a Stargate. A purple portal appears randomly every day, which you can only pass through 6 times a day. A game mode of 3 difficulties. Now, when you do missions, side quests, you unlock either purple, red, or yellow orbs, which can have a chance to give you an SSR gear, or commonly A tier or B tier weapons. Like I said in the beginning of the video, the SSR weapons have a 2% chance to drop, and they're very broken and overpowered. So once you get one of those, definitely upgrade to max, because those things are really useful and really good. And it doesn't really matter which one you get. There's different ones for everybody's own play style, but they're definitely worth getting. They're really, really good. So these are the cons of this game. There's no crossplay, so yeah. You have to choose one server. Your progress is locked to that server, so you can't change servers. So say if you want to have a friend play with you, he has to play on the exact same console as you, and he has to choose the exact same server as you. If he does not, and you want to switch, you have to start all over again from start to finish, pretty much. And there is a lot of crashes, FPS drops, lag, stuff like that. But with all that stuff, and I talked about in today's video, I'm going to have to rate this game as a 4.